Howdy everyone, I'm at Riverbend Farm Park on the Blackstone River, which is a very historic river from the late 1700s to the mid 1800s. This was the epicenter of the early industrial revolution in North America. It was lined with textile mills, and there was a canal that ran along its length from Worcester, Massachusetts to Providence, Rhode Island. It was very busy until 1847 when a railroad replaced the whole thing. Now what is left is an archipelago of parks. The Blackstone River itself is very pretty. I'm going to walk you guys along some trails here around this park while we still have some good light before the rain starts again. But the real banger at this park, my favorite thing in it, is a perch called Lookout Rock, which is about a mile north of where I am right now in the town of Northbridge. It offers a very good vista. For eastern Massachusetts, it's about the best vista you can get, looking down over the Blackstone River. I'm gonna shoot the sunset there. In the meantime, let's walk these trails a little. There's some nice picnic tables here, but the real thing that I wanna talk about is this stupid gimbal. I bought the DJI Osmo gimbal, which is what I'm shooting with right now. It's supposed to make my phone footage much more stable for when I'm walking and stuff. But this thing is so complicated, I feel like it's fighting me. It didn't come with any instructions, like paper instructions. The only way to learn how to use this thing is to watch a tutorial on YouTube. But my phone is on the gimbal. I can't like use the phone and watch the tutorial at the same time, you know what I mean? Why can't they just put a piece of paper of the instructions of how to use the thing in the box so I could carry it around with me? All right, yeah, I'm ranting. DJI Osmo 6, that's what I'm using right now. I'll try not to rant about it anymore. This trail I'm on is actually very pretty. So this is rather odd. The canal way I'm on right now goes up to what looks like a walled off corridor right here. Maybe the canal ran through that and they just bricked it off. Otherwise, it's like a canal with a dead end. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell is going on at this park or what all this stuff is. You'd think for a National Historic Landmark, there would be more infrastructure here. And there is actually a sign right here. Let's read this. So I got info from that sign of what's going on here. There was a woolen mill here. And this canal right here that dead ends was just a ditch they dug to connect the mill to the Blackstone River. This path that goes along it was called a tow path. Horses would pull the barge along the side of it through the path. And that dam-like thing, they had turbines attached to that to spin their mills. Anyway, it's starting to rain again. I'm hoping this does not last for another hour. I'm gonna get the Lookout Rock right now. I wanna try to set up, make sure my gear's all good to go. I haven't shot there in a long time. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a rainbow. The road that goes from that place I was by the Blackstone River to the Lookout Rock trailhead is so narrow. It's supposed to be 2 lanes, but you have like -2 inches of clearance on either side of you. Anyway, thankfully, Lookout Rock looks empty. There's only one other car in the trailhead. Might have the place to myself tonight. I remember it being a short trail, maybe like a quarter mile. This might actually be the rock right up ahead. I do remember it being all graffitied, but is this the rock? I remember having a much better view. So that is not Lookout Rock. It's just one of the many outcroppings here. And unfortunately, they are graffitied to hell. Here, I'll walk a little forward and you can see it in the rear view. Yeah, I remember that being the case when I was here in my photography days. Looks like the tradition has continued. It's all chicken scratch, stupid crap too. And they're even tagging the trees. Oh, thank God. The sun is actually just coming out now after it's been rainy and overcast all day long. Actually, when I got here, it was like pouring cats and dogs, thunder and lightning. It had its own charm, but I did want to shoot some good light tonight. I think I might actually get it. Okay, we're coming up on something here. Is this Lookout Rock? I think this might be it. Oh yes, this is it. And the graffiti here is legendary. Legendarily bad. But it's everywhere, and the view here is quite spectacular. I can see we're coming up over it right now. This gimbal is driving me absolutely bonkers, but I will learn how to use it. Here I am doing FPV shot of coming up over Lookout Rock. As you can see, you really do have quite a view of the valley down here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the sunlight is actually causing some steam to rise like ghosts off that ridge right there. I like it a lot. So I don't know if you guys can see in that wide angle, but the Blackstone River curls like a giant S shape right between those ridge lines right there. We were just there. It's only about 1.5 miles downstream from this ledge. The light is gonna set that way. I'll get some nice golden light maybe on my face and on the mountains in a little bit. I think the sun is fighting to come through. It has a fighting chance. No matter what happens, I'm gonna shoot. So I'm gonna set up my tripod. Let's do that. I'm sure Lookout Rock was once beautiful. When I went here years ago in the photography days, there were some trees in the front that made a good foreground. Now the only real foreground I had there was the graffiti. I tried to get a picture of that, but really the graffiti there is just chicken scratch. It's not even worth shooting. I did manage to catch a little bit of light. Unfortunately, the sun set way off to the side. I should have really researched that. I must have gone in the winter before. I remember the sun setting right in the front. I don't know. I did try to get a nice shot of the Blackstone River Valley through the telephoto. It's pretty much the only shot I could really get there. Maybe something of the pink light in the side. There were some high school kids there bragging about their chicken scratch. So yeah, I think that's just been a graffitied location since like the 60s, folks. It's just kind of, that's the way it is. Anyway, I'm charging like all of my electronics. My phone battery died, my camera battery died, my drone battery died, and my gimbal battery died. I tested out a few new toys tonight. That DJI Osmo gimbal, I have some learning to do with that thing. I felt like it was fighting me. Also, the battery lasts like less than an hour when you're using it, which means you really have to use it sparsely. You know what I mean? I can't be like recharging in the middle of a hike. So yeah, gonna recharge all that. I'm gonna have a nice chicken salad. I'm not gonna do any cooking tonight. The reason is I need to eat quickly and go to bed quickly. I wanna catch a sunrise in the morning at a spectacular shot. It's probably gonna be the subject of my next video, which is going to be super awesome. It'll come out on Sunday evening when I do my big exploration type thing. Yeah, and then next week, a heat dome settles in, so I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. It's quite comfortable tonight. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this hike tonight, the Lookout Rock in Upton or Northbridge, one of those towns. It's a nice place to go. For Eastern Mass, it's got a nice vibe. I liked it a lot. Anyway, peace out, everyone.